What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jiggy back at it again with the tutorial, and today I'm going to be showing you how you can create 10 to 15 viral YouTube scripts per day. So whether you're stuck writing batch scripts for hours, or you already create good ones and want to scale up, this AI workflow just changed everything. I went from creating scripts maybe like 2 to 3 scripts per day to 10 to 15 high quality scripts daily, and I'm going to show you this exact system. And if that sounds good to you, then we should already show that that entire hook was made with Poppy AI. Poppy AI is something brand new that I don't think a lot of people are talking about enough. But basically, the main problem that AI has right now is the fact that so many people just use it on a basis level. They just go to like ChatGPT, and then they just start talking about whatever, like give me a YouTube script for a revenge Reddit story. Right? And they do like this. It's like, okay, bet. What's up, everybody? Welcome to that. Like, this is no matter what prompt you're going to put into this, it's always going to be a generic prompt because it doesn't really know anything about you. It doesn't know your goals. Like, of course, it's going to be like, narrate, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This could work. However, the best AI or best use of AI that I've noticed is when you give it a brain, when you give it context, when it understands what it is that you want, who you are, and how to get there. And today I'm going to be showing you how exactly you can do that with Poppy.ai. All right, so first, we're going to start with a brand new board, okay? We're going to start with a brand new board, and we're going to just start from nothing because this is exactly how you're going to be like when you first use Poppy AI. So today, I'm going to be showing you how to create a Reddit story, or maybe like 10 to 15. Maybe you want to create 10 to 15 Reddit stories. But for the example today, I'm going to be doing a Reddit story. I'm not going to be showing you how I make videos in my niche because that's my niche, and I don't want you in my niche. I don't want anyone in my niche, honestly. So go find your niche first if you don't have one already, or like I said, this is really for this especially works if you already have working scripts and you're looking to scale up into more scripts. So let's go to Reddit stories real fast. First of all, I came to Reddit stories and I realized, oh my gosh, Smosh owns everything because they're all over the front search page for Reddit stories. So what we're really trying to find is, we're not trying to find this because they're going to be talking over it. What we really want to recreate is these types of Reddit videos where it's nothing except just like text. And the best thing that I can tell to you if you're looking to create viral scripts is only to take inspiration from other viral scripts. Otherwise, you're going to get like bottom tier content, and it's just going to be like you're creating bottom tier content because it's based off of bottom tier content. If you give AI garbage, it will spit you garbage. If you give AI gold, it will give you gold. So the first thing that we're going to do is that we're going to get a whole bunch of these videos. So first of all, let's just right click, copy. I'm not even going to look at the video because I already know what this video is going to be. It's going to be AI voice talking over it. Let's hear.
Kicked out at 17 with just $12 and a trash bag. Now my family wants to live in my
Okay, the whole video is just going to be just like AI voiceover. It's basically going to be a whole story, an entire story about this guy who got kicked out at 17 with just $12 in a trash bag. Boom, Reddit family tales. Okay, maybe there's something specific about this that was really, really good, and we want to find out. What we're going to do, first of all, I'm going to change this to Reddit story creator. We're going to name our board, and then what you can do is that you can just copy and paste the YouTube video here, paste it, and it will automatically pop up here. And what this will do is that it will transcribe this entire YouTube video for us so that we can start playing around with it. First, let me go over the tool. So this is creating an AI chat. Basically, you can connect resources to the AI chat and basically talk to those resources. Over here, we can add social media content. So as you can see, you can add it from YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and Facebook. You can start talking into it. I'm going to bring it back up over here. But how I use AI is that I also talk to this thing. So I have a few voice notes over here. I asked the AI to ask me questions, and that's how I'm like able to kind of expand and give this machine a piece of my brain and just context of who I am as a person. So I talk to it nonstop. Let's go right back. Where are we? Reddit story creator. Okay, so another one is you can add an image, you can add text, you can add annotations, websites, mind maps. I also like mind maps. I've used it before, but that's more advanced. I'm gonna move my face over here. This one's documents, and this one is just a folder. So this is group. So this is what we're actually going to do. We're going to create a group. I'm going to put a whole bunch of YouTube videos into it, and we're just going to talk to the group of YouTube videos to try to get insights. So let's go get some more data. So we have one, and the reason why I picked this specific video is because it has a 53.6 rating. So first of all, the reason why it says 53.6x is because this is an outlier tool. So there's a bunch of YouTube outlier tools that you can use. Viewstats, vidIQ, Nexlev, 1 of 10. All these have, that's what you're looking at right now. So this one, this is probably like 1 of 10. This one is Viewstats. This one is Nexlev. It's giving me a whole bunch of information that you normally wouldn't get on YouTube. So all these extensions, these are Google Chrome extensions. I'll leave a link to in the description if you want to install them. But these can really help you spot what videos are doing better on the channel in comparison to normal, because that's what you really want to find. You want to source your AI with exceptional content, not really just trash content. Like I said, give AI trash, it gives you trash. Give AI gold, it'll give you gold. So 53.6x is a really amazing one. Let's also do this one, but we don't want to get too many from the same channel because we want a kind of variety. So we're going to put that over here as well. Okay. This one's also doing pretty good. It has a 33.6x. However, I don't want videos that are too long, that are 41 minutes, because the way that this program works is that it transcribes based on the length, obviously. So like if it's longer video, then it's going to be a longer transcription. And then you're going to end up with the problem that you use a lot of credits. I'm going to put this back in the group. Sometimes it can go out, but that should be good. So we're going to scroll on. Even though this is a good outlier, we're going to scroll on and find like smaller, shorter videos. Okay, we're gonna go deeper. Okay, we need to niche down. So we're gonna go to revenge. This is another revenge story. 29, 23. This one's pretty good. 6.9. It's the same channel. Oh my gosh. This one. My girlfriend texted me, having lunch with Jacob, just calling Uber. I was still okay. So whatever. I don't know what this is about, but this might be good. All right. So we have 3 videos so far. And best of nuclear revenge. Let's try to get one more, just one more. Hang in there with me. Okay. All right. Reddit visuals. Is this one? Okay. This is not actual visual, but this one is decent. It has a 38.9x. I believe this is Viewstats'. And as you can see, the way outliers work is, it'll be an outlier if it has significantly more views than sub count. So as you can see here, it has a 2,000 sub count, but 2K view per hour. And 150,000 views in comparison to 2K subscribers. This means this video is doing very successful for the channel size, which means that it is an outlier. So we're going to also paste that here, and then boom, I'm going to just put these 4 here, and we're going to call them Reddit story outliers. And now, what you want to do when you create first, what I like to do is, just the way I can keep things consistent, is that I try to have a master document. Okay, so this master document will basically be the tell-all be-all of how you write your videos. But first you have to find out what actually makes a video go viral. Maybe a specific type of hook, maybe a specific type of just some sort of attribute that all these videos share that make them go viral. And that's exactly what you can use Poppy AI for. So as you can see here, I'm going to make our first chat. We're going to connect it to the AI chat. So this connects the group to the AI chat, and now we will talk to these 4 videos. What can we ask this video? Let's ask ChatGPT 5, hey, what made these videos go viral? Let's find similarities in topics, script structures, and hook. And this is just one way that you're just talking to it. You're just trying to get information. So we're going to talk to it real fast, and we're going to get some information. Just like, hey, what's going on here? You can press F here to make it full screen. You can also press escape to exit. So for right now, we're focused on this. So we're going to just press F and zone in on and see what Poppy AI, or specifically ChatGPT 5, thinks about all these videos. And you can change your AI model over here. You can have Claude 4. Claude 4 is really good for writing. ChatGPT 5, I think it's really good for analysis. Gemini 2.5 Pro. Gemini is usually good for reasoning. And Grok 3. Grok 3, I think Grok 4 is pretty good. I don't think Grok 3 is that good, but I'd have to check back to you on that, because I don't keep a track with AI benchmarks. I just try to go with what the AI experts are saying. And they're saying that Claude 4 is really good for writing, even though it's kind of like a butter knife. And ChatGPT 5 is really good for reasoning. And then we use ChatGPT 5 mini if you just need like small questions. Let's like, hey, make me a video description or something, if that's what you want to do. So, okay. So now it gives us a whole bunch of information about this script. So here are the common ingredients that likely drove this video's virality, grounded in the 4 stories you provided. Betrayal, so revenge, obviously. Parents choosing a golden child, and discarding the narrator. So the POV comes from the narrator. The narrator is the person who's just like, oh, I suspected my wife, I got kicked out, my stepchildren said this, my girlfriend having lunch. Like, it's their experience. So we know it's from the perspective of the narrator, and the narrator is not having a good time. This next thing is that power reversal and justice served. So always, it's a revenge story. You want to leave it on a satisfying ending. So usually they get what they deserve. Hooks and titles that create a strong curiosity grab, high stakes. So, look at that. I didn't even notice that. 2 weeks later, kicked out at 17 with just $12. Only answers the biological parents. Having lunch with Jacob is calling Uber. So as you can see, this is an analysis. So here's what I like to do with Poppy AI. Instead of repeatedly talking to this specific group, because like I said, this is 20 minutes. Like, this is like an hour worth of transcripts. Like, it's a lot for this AI to handle it. What you can do is that you can just copy this, and then you can add a text bubble. And basically what this text will do is that you can just paste it here. And now you have kind of like this mini master document. I'm going to call it that, master document, even though it's not really a master document yet. I'm going to say ingredients. Master document ingredients. You can make it like a title, say heading 1. Okay, just so I can see it. And here are the common ingredients that drive the value, betrayal, this. So instead of talking to this all the time, I can just talk to this. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it here. And immediately, this, now you have like elements, you have viral elements that are going to be inside your script, and you can just take a glance at it. And, if you're aware, just in general with how virality works, is that the goalpost is constantly changing. The target is constantly changing. So being able to visualize and see, the different videos, the different thumbnails, how they're organized, getting statistics from it is really good, in my opinion, because before, here, I'll show you, this is how I used to do it. I'll go over here, I'll go to YouTube transcript. I'll go over here, and then I go over here. And then if I wanted to like get the transcript for like one of these videos, like for instance, the one that we just added, I'd have to copy link, go over here, paste it, get free transcript. And then, I'd wait for it. I'd press copy, because this is like the free way to do it. If you wanted to do it like this, I was doing it before. You go over here, you go over here. Now it's in Claude, and then now you just repeat this over and over again, and then I'd pretty much ask the same question. It would probably be through Claude, it would be through ChatGPT like we just did, but then I'd ask the same question: what made these videos go viral? And this is just what Poppy AI is really good at, because now instead of having to paste, my videos each time, I'm just able to see it. So that's something that's really, really good about Poppy.ai. So let's talk about actually writing the script. Let's go to new conversation. Like I said, Claude.ai is really good at writing the script, and now that we have the ingredients and we also have the videos, I'm just going to add it back in because I want the most accuracy as possible just for this example. We don't really have a lot of examples, so we need as many examples as we can. Now we can go and now we can reverse engineer a script. And how can we do that? So we don't want to create the same scripts as any of these people, We want to find something and kind of twist it. Excluded from my sister's wedding. I went on vacation when the wedding fell apart. So this one is interesting. It's another Reddit family tales. I want to get something different just because I feel like we're riding this guy's tailcoat a little bit too much. We want to have our own lane, and having your own content comes from sourcing from different places, and the more inspiration that you get, the more unique that you can make these scripts. So my family lied to me, still Reddit family tales. Like, apparently family is like, it's the way to go. Mom sent the message, we no longer trust you. It's, what, now that it's mentioned, all these statistics about like, high stakes, and I kicked out at 17. I'm starting to notice it now all over the place. Like, look at this. Mom sent the message, we no longer trust you. Sorry, this table's for family only. She says, stop acting like we're married. You don't get a say in where I go. So let's say this one, right? Say we wanted to reverse engineer this one. For instance, we're going to go here. We're not going to copy this video, or we're not going to use this video. We're just going to get the title, because this is going to be the topic material. So go over here, and then we can go over here. We can go to new conversation, and now we can be like, create a revenge story with this topic/title. And now what we can do, this is an example. It can get a bit more complex, but it honestly doesn't have to be. With this, create a revenge story with this topic/title. She said, stop acting weird. So instead of she, I could be like, he said. She said, stop acting like we're married. I could be like, stop acting like we're... Okay, I went back to the thumbnail because I definitely wanted more context about what's going on. She said, stop acting like we're married. You don't get to say where I go or who I'm with. Everyone laughed. I just smile and stay quiet. But when she came back from her weekend away, her key didn't work and the neighbor told her exactly why. So obviously this is a cheating story. I'm not gonna lie, this sounds like a cheating story. And it sounds like, standard, she's cheating, blah, 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 blah. She gets revenge. We get revenge because, I thought we were together. I thought we were something, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, he's being played. So yeah, now what you can do is that you can reverse engineer multiple titles. So it's like create multiple titles based from the topic / title. Yeah. Now we're going to go this, and then we're going to go to ChatGPT because that's the one that's really reasoning. That's the one that's really good for analysis. And just generically, actually, I feel like ChatGPT is just a good, generically good AI tool. So create multiple titles. Let's see. Because these stories, they're they don't require much brain. We just need to see what people like and just try to make more of it. That's the goal of these scripts in particular. So considering that, let's see what we can find. So it's loading, thinking, it's taking everything in. Let's see. Come on, if you haven't liked and subscribed yet, do that. I guess we got some time, it's thinking. So let's see, create multiple titles. It's still thinking. Come on, bro. Come on, Poppy. This is why I say it's better not to use this that much because it's also going to take a long time. It's a lot of stuff to go through. So, okay, stop acting like we're married. 2 weeks later, she met the consequence. She said, I don't get to say, so I stopped paying her like I was her husband. You don't get to say where I go, then obviously, he's kind of sad. She said I wasn't needed. Final update, she needed a lot. You don't get to say who I see. Then the bill was due. This one's an interesting one. I feel like this one would do pretty decently. She said I was controlling the receipts because I feel like this is a common thing that I see on social media, honestly. It's this classic story. So this is what I would do. I you don't get to say who I see. I just want to make sure there's no better ones. She said freedom at lunch. Nah, we're not married. Then why you're not married. Then why are you asking for spousal support? That's also a pretty decent one. I feel like this one has more story potential because I feel like a restaurant situation is very quick. It's quick. It's not really much for you to get 30 minutes out of a story when it's just gotta pay the bill. So she wanted independence. I gave her this earlier. She said I wasn't needed. I did not. She said I do. She said I was controlling. The research otherwise. Okay, so we're gonna go with this. We're gonna create a brand new conversation, and now we're going to press V, create a script with the title / topic. We're not married. Then why we're asked for topic support. So we're also going to put it in quotes just so it's very easy. And then we're going to also use Claude. I like using Claude a lot. We're also going to say create a revenge story script. There we go, with the title / topic. You want to be as specific as possible when you talk to AI and just in general. And then now you can just press enter. And now that's created all for you, honestly. First of all, I don't like sections like this. I don't like quotes. I don't like setups. I don't like inciting incidents. I don't like any of this. This is all trash to me. So hold on. I'm going to get the exact phrase for you guys. All right. So I found the exact phrase that I use in order to make sure all those headings don't happen. And this is it right here. You are an AI assistant specialized in crafting feature length. You can say whatever words, revenge, Reddit stories, or whatever topic for YouTube voiceover artists. When given a topic or title, I'll pick a single continuous script in plain conversational English suitable for spoken delivery. Never break character or explain yourself. So then it'll create a title or a script based off of this. And then now when you press enter, it should not have those same subheadings and all this kind of clinical formatting that I'd hate. Boom, there we go. So that's exactly what we want to see. As you can see, it's outputting an exact script out in the way that we want it. We want to be able to basically copy and paste this into ElevenLabs because that's where the voice is going to come from. So just say so break worship, but she clearly fussed her, nothing important. I knew she was lying. Sarah is a graphic designer. She works in the computer. And one of the things that you'll notice is that the Claude will use the same names over and over and over again. So it's on you to make sure that you have a name bank or some sort of, or plug this in afterward and be change all the names to this name, or change all the people to this people, or the roles to this role. And, through fine tuning, you can create the best script ever, honestly, with enough fine tuning. But stuff like this, that's what I mean though. It could work for something like this, Reddit stories for other types of niches. It might vary. But yeah, so this is still going, and it's going crazy because, like we said, we put it for 35 to 4,000 words. And once you have like a master document, like a super master document, like you've incorporated all these things into one neat document, then at that point it becomes as easy as just like going over here, attaching a master document and being like, create a script for the title, blah. Because after the end of the day, you know, by the way, you could just like say this, take this, put it into a text, and now, you know, you could also attach it over here. So you could be like AI writing instructions, right? And then you could like connect it to like this, and then now it would know to only say this. You wouldn't have to say this over here. Instead, all you would have to do is like prompt the AI with this, or prompt Claude with this. It'll be a little different. But yeah, as you can see here, but in the end, the truth came out, the court started to proclaim. So, and these kind of scenarios, you just say continue, and because it's cut off, right? It's a lot of script. So you could just say continue. The court starts to reclaim. Our friend starts to reminiscing. She ended up exactly what she was entitled, and then it just continues. And it continues. If it's too long, then continue. And then what you could do afterwards, I'll show you afterwards. You can go into Claude just directly. If you don't want to use any more tokens, just go to Claude.ai if you have a subscription, and just copy and paste both of these parts and being like, oh, combine these two for me. And then you'll have one coherent script without having to like worry about it manually. And it's just going, it's going. And this is how I'm able to create 10 to 15 scripts per day. Honestly, you need the master document. I feel like you need the master document. I don't think like this is sustainable for too long, especially if you're making really, really long scripts. Of course, it can work. Excuse me. It can work for other people, but it doesn't usually work for me. I usually need like a super master document, lots of details for each and every episode or each and every part of the video. You don't want the continue part. So copy, boom, paste. Okay, let's go to the second part, go down, copy, boom, paste. Okay. Combine these two into one script. Boom. We're not married. The why ask we're not married. So a true story by Ryan. And okay, so as you can see, I don't know why it's including this. We'll just go over here. We'll stop it real fast. And we'll be like, remove. No, because it doesn't know the context of this. And this is also why Poppy is good, because I could just easily go over here, boom, boom, boom. There. And I could be like, combine these two scripts into one. That way it doesn't have those weird, once again, those weird headings or like clinical formatting or brackets. Because like Claude, you know, these types of like systems, they'll just keep going, bro. They'll just add whatever it is that they want just because they think that's what you want and it helps. And it's like, no, it doesn't help. So you have to be very specific with your prompts. So there. So now that we have that, you don't, like I said, you really don't have to do all that. You could just copy and paste into a Google Doc. But if you want to just combine like several pieces, because like usually sometimes it's not just two, sometimes it's not just three, but what if it's four? You know, like you don't want to have an error that you didn't look at. And this is what, you know, Claude is really good at, or just AI in general, is just like making sure that it sees the mistakes that you don't see. Still going. Honestly, would I get into Reddit stories? Absolutely not. I think it's way too saturated. You can automate it way too easily, and that makes me a little worried, because if I'm able to do this pretty easily, then like other people are also are able to do this pretty easily, and that's just how I think about difficulty just in general. So there you go. You have a script that is completely ready to go. It's completely full, and let's put it into words to time, because that's like my favorite. So we put it to words to time. Boom, 26-minute script, just like that. 26-minute script, and yeah. That's how I create 10 to 15 viral scripts per day. And yeah, it's thanks to Poppy.ai. If you want to click the link in the description, check it out. Like, it's a really cool tool. I don't usually promote a lot of tools because there's not a lot of tools to promote, but this has definitely been worth it, and I love it. So yeah, hopefully this helped. Catch you in the next one.